Hello again. It was Coptic Easter last weekend, Egyptian Easter, a month after ours, but that means we're still celebrating. And we're still enjoying thinking about the people who met Jesus for the first time. We all have a soft spot for Thomas in John 20, verse 24 to 29. We call him Doubting Thomas, but I want to examine that. For sure, friends in cultures where asking questions is frowned on, they really value him. We do too, but I think he's got something more for us. If we let him speak for himself, what would he say? I think 4 things. Yes, firstly, says Thomas, I admit I did miss the boat. I wasn't there when Jesus first appeared to his friends. We're not told why he wasn't there. I just wonder if he was so caught by grief he just couldn't bear being with anyone for a time. But when he came back, he was on the defensive. Here's the second thing. He would say, I did come back, but I wouldn't believe. It's a surprise because in John's Gospel, Thomas is a strong, courageous character. After Lazarus died in chapter 11, Jesus says, let's go. And Thomas says, let's also go that we may die with him. We wonder whether Thomas always takes the sad side. Does he mean we'll die like Lazarus? Or does he mean Jesus will get into trouble and die? We'll die with him? We don't know. Later on in chapter 14, Jesus had explained he would go ahead and leave them. And no one understood. But while all the others looked at their feet and avoided Jesus' eyes, Thomas asked, Lord, we don't know where you're going, so how can we know the way? It was a great question. But here a strong character reacts strongly. He kind of locks up. In verse 25, we've seen the Lord, everybody told him. He says, unless I see the nails, unless I touch his side, I will not believe. Here's the third thing he says. Then the Lord came and met me just where I was. You know, I was really stupid, says Thomas. These 10 told me they'd seen him. All of them, good friends, family, people I trust with my life. If I'd been the Lord, I'd have given me a real rocket. But no, he just quietly appeared, by the way, through locked doors, a new dimension. No wonder he said, peace be with you. And he came straight to me. Come on, Thomas, do what you need to. Well, I didn't need to touch him. I was so overwhelmed by his presence, his mercy, his love, his personal attention. I didn't need any further evidence. And I couldn't keep quiet. My Lord and my God. See the connection I made? Jesus, my master and friend, is God himself, speaking our language, reaching into our world. He lived, taught, was opposed, tried, persecuted, died and rose again to rescue us. That's me. And that's you. The fourth thing, he says in his own words, I think would be this. If I can move on, so can you. We have Thomas, always the doubter, but he moved on. He was absent, yes, then he was a skeptic, but then he was a believer. And he would say, if I can believe, so can you. I did doubt, but I didn't stay there. My story can be yours. The Lord can meet you too. You can worship him with all these others. And when you do, Jesus told me you'll be as blessed as me. In the Anglican Diocese of Sydney, Australia, there used to be an evangelist called John Chapman. They called him Chapo. When he went into the school, the kids asked him sometimes, Chapo, have you ever seen God? No, he would say, but I could have done if I'd been on time. What he meant was, we missed it, but the disciples didn't. They were on time. They were there. They came to trust Christ. Oh yes, some like Thomas took longer to get there, but they got there. And our Indian Christian friends tell us, Thomas went on from here to what we now call Iraq and Iran to share this good news. And then he went to India where their church is called Martoma. And it was planted in Kerala. And that Thomas was martyred in Madras. His last word? If I can move on like that, so can you, and so can those around you. May God bless you.